looks purple and my face looks orange.
Yeah, you had some wild eye makeup on just now.
Yeah, it stained my eyelids.
What were you just saying? You're going out to it's like a country town that hasn't got a town. It's out bush.
Yeah, I've got a rodeo-themed birthday party in the middle of like a farm. So I'm very excited. Mechanical bull.
Mechanical bull.
I don't even think I can ride on it though.
Because your hip surgery. Don't fuck yourself up. You've got to go back to work next week.
Yeah.
So 6 weeks.
Yep.
Of sitting around doing fuck all.
No, literally. I'm excited to get back into things.
Oh, that'll be awesome. So mechanical bull.
Yeah.
Out on the farm and loads of piss for a birthday.
Yeah. It's how apparently the Aussies do
I hope they have a first aid station. So a lot of excitement. So we know that Burning Ambition, we checked it out. We had, there's 5 shows. It was only showing 5 times.
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday was going to be
hard.
We just haven't got time.
Yeah.
So as soon as it came out, we went, that's it, we're going. So we went down to the cinema and we saw Burning Ambition just before. I think, check this out. Oh, it must be this one. Dog on the couch. I'll cut the.
My hair looks purple and my face looks orange. It might be the one next to it.
Wow.
That one.
Wow. That's bonkers because okay.
We're still recording.
I didn't know I could do that. Technology. So I've been looking forward to this.
Yeah, I'm excited. What'd you say as well?
Oh, 50 years makes me feel fucking old.
No, what did you say?
What did you say?
Right. Who's going to play Bruce?
I just asked who's going to play Bruce.
That popcorn was banging. I just like popcorn. I just like popcorn. No, I did enjoy the movie, but like the popcorn made it better than like watching it at home.
It was quite exciting. I mean, there was obviously a bunch of older metal, like Maiden fans clearly were there.
With their shirts on.
Yeah, which was pretty cool. And but the documentary itself, I mean, we enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'd like to hear how other people
other people's reviews of it.
Yeah, because obviously I don't know a lot about them. So going in watching, I'm like, I didn't even know Bruce had cancer.
Oh, throat cancer. Yeah. That's why I went to Book of Souls, because I thought, that's it. If he's had throat cancer and they're going to tour now, this is probably the last time I'll ever get to see him live.
Yeah. So I didn't know that. I knew about him flying and stuff, which was really cool to see. And like their plane that they hired with like their tour and everything on it, that was really cool. But I do want to see how like diehard fans and stuff saw it. We did giggle a lot. There was a lot of jokes and stuff, which was
and
good.
Just Bruce being Bruce. What a funny guy.
And it's lighthearted. Like it was very lighthearted.
Well, it wasn't as detailed as I expected. Didn't go into as much detail, I suppose, but it was really high. It was really high level. Like, yes, this happened, then that happened.
It's kind of like a story line, like it's a story time.
It'd be hard to do the whole thing. It'd just go for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I'm like, 50 is a long time to try and fit everything that has happened to the band in that one 190 minutes or whatever it is. Like, yeah,
gut feeling is that part of me says, well, they're probably holding off from doing something like this until Paul died. Our gut feeling is he might have been paid out, like his estate might have been paid out or something, but without Paul being alive, he can't. I don't know if there's anything like he would have kicked up and gone, hey, I deserve a share of that.
Well, that was the other thing. Like, they said rest in peace to the drummer that passed away.
Clive Burr.
But they never really said anything about Paul. So I don't know if that was, like, they filmed all of this and did all this pre-Paul's passing.
Fair, that's fair enough.
And that's why they didn't mention it. But I was like, it's weird that they wouldn't mention it in there, but they'll mention the other passing.
Now's probably not the time, but we do need to find out what the fuck happened with Clive Burr. Maybe we could do that with Marty. An affluent drummer. I'd like to get his spin on Clive Burr, Maiden, because to me he was a fucking great drummer. Not bagging Nico in any way, shape or form, and very curious to see what the new dude's like. But I suppose taking it back to Clive, what I did question at the time, I think I turned to you and said was, I don't actually know. Like, it was sad he left. I don't know if he left because he died. Was this like a Cliff Burton thing where he died and they went and got a new drummer, or was it like he left for whatever reason? And now when they're saying, rest in peace, I mean, he could have died 2 months ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago.
He could have left for medical reasons or anything,
or just didn't want to do it anymore. Or did they? I don't think they said anything about that. No, Paul, there was a letter from Paul, and I'd love to know if that was the original letter that he wrote.
Yeah.
Saying, I am holding you back, go ahead, up the irons. I love the Poland thing. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was cool. They went into a bit of one song with like the history of it all with the
Run to the Hills?
Yeah.
Was that, I think that was only because they were getting news at the time, and then there was the satanic panic, and
they went into the history of one of the songs and like the story that they were following and like recreating as the song and stuff, which was interesting. Which a lot of their songs are. So going through every single song would be like it could be a TV series.
There was a TV series called Classic Albums. It was done probably in the 90s. It could have been 10, 15, 20 years ago. It could have been 5 years ago. No, definitely not 5 years ago. And I remember the best one was Nevermind, because I had Butch Vig when he still looked relatively young, so it was probably 15, 20 years ago, cutting the tracks like you would with AI taking the stems out of songs now.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like, you can get a track now and you could use AI through the software to just take Steve Harris's bass out, for instance, and just listen to the bass.
Yeah.
Other than what I used to do, because I've always been a fan of bass, is I used to put the song on really loud, close the doors, go in the bathroom, and you could hear the bass clearer that way. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
So I could really hear the bass line there.
You have to really sit there and think about it as you're listening, though, to actually hear it sometimes. Yeah,
it depends on the song to song.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we did that. We've done Burning Ambition. We still haven't booked accommodation for Sydney, but we've booked our flights. On the other side of that, because we're going I'm going from Thursday to Tuesday. You're going Saturday afternoon till Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Your mum and I have booked the full week beforehand and the full week after as well. So we've got the fucking 2 weeks and we're looking at what else we can do, and I want to go somewhere. What else did I come across? I came across fuck knows why or how. Oh, yes, so Classic Albums. There is a Number of the Beast. Maybe we should sit and watch that together and see, because it was the recording of, and it might actually fill some of the information gaps.
Yeah, that's true.
And it might have more of the... I wanted to see more of the banter, more of the practical jokes they pulled on each other.
I want to see each other, both... it was just... the voices of...
Well, they showed footage of other things.
Yeah, and I'm I really wanted to, see them talking in their face and how, their facial expression as they're saying all that stuff.
And, some of the funniest stuff I've ever seen is, like Nirvana or Foo Fighters, especially in the earlier days, doing their interviews with radio stations or on telly or whatever, and they're just taking the piss.
Yeah.
I find it so funny. And the Beatles were great at that too.
Yeah.
Man, it's cool.
I did seeing Lars and Gene Simmons and, these
Tom
fans.
Morello.
Yeah, wearing the Iron Maiden shirt, talking about how they relate to it and stuff, being in these big, well-known bands as well. It's really cool. It's supporting each other.
It's nuts. And they had a lot of different fans around the world. How they picked Maiden fans out of the fucking... Come on, there's got to be millions.
Yeah.
What? They just pull people off the street and say, hey, do you like Maiden? Yeah. Do you want to come in and just say how much you like them?
Yeah, it was an interesting pick of people, which was good because it gave perspective.
Yeah. I nearly shot myself on the spot when I realised, oh my God. So we went through Seventh Son of the Seventh Son.
Yeah.
And we're doing Fear of the Dark at the moment, right? I completely skipped No Prayer for the Dying.
Which he only realised when he was watching the movie.
And then they said the album title. I was like, oh no.
And he literally turned to me and was like, oh God. And I'm like, what?
And I know what it is, because when they were in the documentary, in Burning Ambition, they were going through, this meteoric rise that Maiden had in the 80s, just went fucking from 81 to early 90s, just through the fucking roof. And then, as I was saying, grunge hit, and like the metal up to that point was just considered by, I suppose, mainly the youth. And it was an old man's thing. It really lost interest. And remember how they were saying they started playing back at the old clubs where only 100 people would play? That's fucking crazy. When they went from like Rio, 300,000 odd people, plus the as they were filming, it was being broadcast across the whole South American continent. That's nuts.
That was crazy.
Fucking crazy. And then within a couple of years, they're playing to shitty little pubs with fucking 80 people or 50 people there.
Also, insane. Those videos of people burning those records, I bet they are kicking themselves now.
Oh, yes.
Like,
why did I do that?
Yeah, that was...
And it wouldn't have just been Maiden. It would have been Sabbath, Judas Priest, probably even Thin Lizzy. Man.
Like, watching that, I was like, why would you do that? Like, I get it, like, you're trying to make a point and stuff, but I'm like, you bought that to burn it. Or, like, you're just giving profits to them anyway, which is a bit dumb, but, different times.
I don't know why, but I listened to 1976's Thin Lizzy album, Jailbreak, just because for some reason I was thinking, well, how did that riff go? How did the bass line go? And thoroughly enjoyed it. But the thing with Thin Lizzy, that's the album that has Boys Are Back in Town.
Yeah.
What really fascinated me was that album, that Thin Lizzy album of 1976, with the dual harmonizing electric guitars and the way the songs were written and everything, and even the way they had some of these, like, they'd tell stories in their songs. So Maiden. I can seriously... Yeah. And I remember one of the dudes guests in the doco had a Thin Lizzy shirt, and that's what I remember seeing it, and I was going, fuck, I only just listened to Jailbreak maybe that day or the day before. Yeah. And but if you listen to that album, you can hear where Steve Harris would have gone, yes, this is where we need to be going. These dual harmonizing thing, the long hair, we're not going to shave our head like punks and that sort of thing. Yeah. So I agreed with what they're saying, and I loved it the way that grunge came along. Everyone lost their interest in rock, and Kiss would have definitely felt the impact of that at the time as well. And grunge came and took over, and so there's a lot more electro music. And definitely a lot more hip hop rap through the 90s, which is fine. It's all got its place. And I love the way Gene Simmons said, yeah, but what happened to grunge? It's fucking dead now. It kind of is, but you can see its influence in a lot of modern music.
For sure.
But I remember, and I think I know what it was yes, I loved Seventh Son of the Seventh Son. It was probably my album of the year in 88 till 1990 or something, and I was definitely into more heavier metal at the time. Grunge came. Yes, I enjoyed it, but that was about the time that Sepultura's Chaos AD... I was listening to Arise and Beneath the Remains, and Chaos AD came out, blew me away. And I was listening to Helmet and Creator and Morbid Angel and fucking Bolt Thrower and just a lot heavier stuff. So at that time, No Prayer for the Dying. Yeah, I would have listened to it, but I would have gone, I'm just going to go back to this. I'm going to listen to Dark Throne. I want to listen to more fucking heavier Napalm Death and all that sort of stuff. So I definitely skipped Maiden, but I know I didn't skip it. And Fear of the Dark came out, and we've talked about this. I didn't really. But then Maiden's like one of those bands where every couple of years I'll go through. I swear, every year or two, I probably go through a Maiden phase where I just listen to the whole lot and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I'll do the same thing with the Beatles, Incubus, just some of these bands I love. I'm really rattling off. I don't know if you saw this. Check this out. From that gig I did Friday last week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at
you. Who wants to dance with me? Lazy boy.
He gets so into it.
So much.
Yeah.
Just fill this musical stuff that's going on as we go. We're up to the fourth track of Fear of the Dark. Should we just do half of this album and then do half of...
Yeah.
And then go back and then just get these two albums done that way? Is that all right? I don't know. Complain away. Missed the order. Fucked it up. My fault. Totally my fault. All right, 5.5 minute banger. Fear is the Key. I don't recall it. Don't recall it at all.
Okay.
Let's give it a bash.
The one next to it.
Cool riff. Having nightmares?
I like that.
Okay.
That lyric is wrong. Holding that would have been... Oh.
Not for Bruce.
Ah.
Whoa.
Woo! Two-time it.
Just completely different.
Yeah.
Back it again. Sweet. Back to it. Oh. Obviously some deep shit to Stephen Bruce. Wow.
Yeah, that
Bonkers.
was... That's probably one of their most lyric-heavy songs we've listened to.
I don't know. Don't know about that.
Well, like, to me, when we listen to some of the songs, there's a lot of, like, Bruce will sing, like, you know, coming in, like, big intro, Bruce sings, and then there's a massive gap of just music. And then he might repeat the same as what he said before, like, you know?
Yeah, which is the way a lot of songs go. But Maiden's fantastic for telling a story, and the music assists with telling the story.
I agree.
And even though it's like a Middle Eastern, or like almost like a power slave-ish sort of riff. It kind of reminds me of Mother Russia, which is around about this time.
It reminds me of, like, Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Mate, that point when it changed, when we both went, whoa!
Like,
and there was a steel string guitar strumming, just doing a simple strum, and the timing changed completely.
It was very Andrew Lloyd Webber to me in some bits. Not all of it, but, you know.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. So let's find out and see what people on Reddit think. Oh, it was written by Bruce and Yannick.
Oh.
Or was it Yannick? This song is about the fear that suddenly came in sexual relationships about AIDS. Of course, it's the 90s.
This fear mainly came from celebrities who have died and how nobody cared until someone famous died. That line was written after Freddie Mercury died, who Bruce was friends with. Which makes sense. It does make sense.
Well, someone says probably the darkest Maiden song. At least it's the most historical tragedy they've done songs about, excluding Senjutsu's tracks. Well, that's different. That's a long way off. Fantastic. What a great song.
I really liked it.
Very different. But it's still the same. There was still
It's always going to be.
It's got all of the Iron Maiden tropes, but also there was a lot of stuff.
And I liked Bruce's singing where it's like,
Oh, yeah, that's different. That's
like
different.
really dragging those lines out.
There was stops. There was a point where there was stops. Maiden don't. I can't think of any time they do stops. Revelations has a big gap.
Yeah.
But this had stops, like proper stops, which don't happen very often. That's such a cool change. Right here. And the wailing guitars, so Slayer.
Yeah.
Big time. Wow.
I love that.
Wow. Cool.
That also reminded me, that album cover, the
Graphics on
graphics in the
fucking
movie. Sick. And I was saying to Dad, I'm like, imagine like those graphics, because they're so in detail and they're so like, I want to say immersive. Like, it's like, it feels like you're kind of there watching and everything, and like you're witnessing it. That in like virtual reality or 3D would be unbelievable.
Yeah. And imagine when we see them in November, if this tour, I don't know what they've done the last tour. I saw them in 2016, 17 or something, Book of Souls. But like Memory Tool late last year, these high-def screens, they must be 8K plus, well, maybe 16K or some shit now.
Yeah,
these massive screens and these audio-visual stuff is insane.
Yeah.
And, like Power Slave Tour had the most coolest setup.
Yeah.
But do you reckon now there might be a lot more of that?
Potentially.
And Pyro?
Well,
I don't know the
you'd
last time I
think
saw
so.
Pyro. I think the last time I saw Pyro was Hilltop Hoods.
Last time I saw Pyro was at the school production. They had those like sparkly thingies.
Fireworks every day. They're not all that expensive. Look,
no, it's cold. It's not hot.
I've got to pack stuff up. We're going on holiday, and you've got to get yourself organised to go for this.
I need to rub my eyes. But
birthday bash in the bush.
I'm excited.
Look after yourself and your friends, and don't break anything. Yeah, be careful because you don't want to wreck your hip. I hope you enjoyed. We're going to carry on with this journey.
That was the most like fatherly you've been to me, especially on here. Like, don't break anything.
Don't break anything. Go back to fucking work.
I am.
Or if you're going to stay at home, do some more housework.
I do.
So you do some stuff. All right, we're going to leave it at that.
Yeah.
Up the island.
I didn't do it with you.
Oh.
3, 2, 1. Up the island.
Oh,
You just did it.
I'm a dick.
Did it without me, motherfucker.